Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Power Rangers Dino Supercharged review for you today. Two of the figures in the 5-inch line. We have the villain Professor Strickler and then the original Purple Ranger, which I believe his name was Albert Smith, it says here on the bio. So I'll turn these around and you can take a look at the bios real quick if you like. Let me see if I can move this up. So if you'd like to go ahead and pause it and read those bios, you can. Obviously has it in 3 different languages. There you go. But kind of cool pictures. Professor Strickler up here. Pretty funny. And then, of course, male purple. So zooming that back out. On the back, you can see the other figures in the line. And I'll just focus in on this real quick. It's basically just normal silver, all 10 Rangers in Dino Superdrive, and then you get Singe, Doomwing, Professor Strickler, and Male Purple. I obviously have all of these now, and I have silver. I got these 3 in that special 6-pack from Toys R Us, along with Red Super Dino Drive and Gold Super Dino Drive, or Dino Super Drive. I always say it backwards. In any case, I don't know. To me, I have regular versions of the Rangers. That's good enough for me, so I'm probably not going to get the other Dino Super Drive figures. So I'm just going to go ahead and review these 2 by themselves. But I think they're pretty neat. I think Male Purple looks pretty good, and Professor Strickler looks hilarious, to say the least. So go ahead and get these out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the 2 figures out of the packaging. I'll start with Male Purple. He's pretty much exactly what you've come to expect from the 5-inch line at this point. He looks good. Same articulation as any other 5-inch Ranger figure. Head moves from side to side. You have the up and down and all around for the shoulder here. You have 90 degrees at the elbow. You have a turn here at the glove. Nothing for waist articulation. Then out to the side and forward for the hip. And then 90 degrees at the knee. And then a swivel at the boot cuff. So exactly the same articulation of any of the other male Ranger figures. But he looks good. I like the purple. I think that looks really nice. I love the design here for Plesio. Like that there. This can move so it doesn't hinder shoulder articulation. Very simple from the back. I don't think that there's going to be any kind of Dino Drive or anything for the male purple because he was only in 1 episode. So this is what you get, but it's a nice figure. For accessories, he comes with a standard morpher gun, which can fit in his hand or clip onto his belt. It's a little tight getting it into the hands, but maybe this one will be a little easier. Probably not. It's actually really pretty tight. Well, in any case, you can see there's a hole there on his belt. You can pin that in there. And then you can put the sword in his hand. That'll probably go in a little bit easier. Yes. Much easier there. So he can hold the gun. You just have to stretch the hand a little bit. He can hold the gun, though. So yeah, like I said, very typical. Very similar to any of the other male Rangers. But I think the purple does look nice. Next up, you have Professor Strickler. I don't know. This guy's a weird-looking monster, I gotta say. Even on the show, he's weird looking. Kind of got a chalkboard here with some... There are some glasses there molded into his face. There's just no paint there. I guess this is a chalkboard eraser. Kind of looks like a band-aid almost on his head. You can see here he's got a solid red arm. Then he's got a white arm here with kind of looks like an anvil. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. And then this kind of looks like a pencil. And that's painted green. And then for the 2 legs, just solid black. There is some detailing here. I'm not really sure what those are supposed to be. And he's got this kind of big satchel on his 1 leg. So articulation-wise, head, hips, nothing. This is 1 solid piece. But same joint for the 2 hips and the 2 shoulders, where it's the kind of normal pin swivel up and down and also turn around. Kind of the same deal for the hips, but the hips really can only mostly go up and down. They can't really go front to back because of the kind of skirt piece of the midsection hinders it a lot. so you can't really go forward to back too much. He does also have on his arm here, pretty much at where the arm meets this book piece, that can swivel, and then also where the arm meets this anvil piece, that can swivel. So, I mean, it's a decent amount of articulation for a villain figure because these monsters don't usually get a ton of articulation. But I feel like the paint apps definitely suffered as a result. I mean, this whole arm is just red. The legs are pretty much just black with the exception of this white piece here, which is just solid white. This whole piece on the back is solid white. You have the green here for the chalkboard, this little bit of yellow here and here, and that's really it. That's it for paint apps. I like his little graduation cap on top, his mortarboard there. That's nice. But you can see there's some crazy faces molded in here. It looks like a bandolette. I'm probably saying that wrong. You know. Which is kind of weird. I guess it's because he's got this chain gun here on his arm made out of a pencil. Just overall, it's a weird design. But I would say for the most part, I do like the amount of articulation the figure has. Just a couple more paint apps would have been great. He does actually come with an accessory. It kind of looks like a police baton because it's telescoping, but I think it's supposed to be like a pointer because he's a teacher. And that actually does fit pretty easily in his hand, so it's a little bent from how it came packaged, but you can straighten it out a little bit. So overall, he's not bad. It's definitely a very interesting design, but I mean, that's just the monsters from Japan, so it's neat. I think it's cool that he got a figure. I'm always up for more villain figures. So I think the two of these are pretty good. Like I said, there's really nothing to complain about Purple. You pretty much know what you're getting at this point. It's exactly a male ranger. There we go. And this guy is interesting to say the least. I mean, do you need him? That's going to be up to you. I would say he's an average monster. Not one of the best, certainly not one of the worst. You know, very, very average monster as far as that goes. I don't have too much to complain about except the lack of paint apps, but I think that's because he got a decent amount of articulation. With monsters, it always kind of seems like you either get more paint apps with less articulation or more articulation, less paint apps. And I understand you need to keep the cost of these figures in a certain range so that they can sell them all for $8.99 or $10.99 or $9.99 depending on where you pick them up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear your opinions, what you think about these two figures. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Professor Strickler and the original male Purple Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Supercharge. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching.